Nick Hamilton, Nightcast Media. Thank you all once again for doing this. My question is for Emayatzy and McKinley. Recently, one of your co-stars, Morris Chestnut, mentioned the fact of having all Black writers' room and how refreshing that was. How important is that for you, Emayatzy, to be able to peel back the layers for the chemistry to be built between you and Morris? And also, McKinley, for you, how important is it to have a Black person and a Black man involved in the world of tech and have that disseminated throughout the world, since that seems to be an issue in the tech world?
When I walked on the set that first season, and it really was just all Black everything, down to, the person who did our sound, our sound crew was a Black man, Ron, and a Black woman, Brittany, that I get to see every day, who's putting on my mic, making sure I'm sounding well. That's a job that's almost always a white man, almost always. And this was my first time having that experience. And you would think that it's just a small thing. This is the person who's putting on your mic, making sure it's time, but it is not. That person, you're very intimate, putting hands in your shirt and all that kind of stuff, And so it created just a sense of just safety and comfort, between she and I. It was a shorthand, while she's doing my mic, I don't have to be looking and making sure she ain't doing too much like I have to do with the white men where they're putting on my mic, that kind of thing. It's just a natural thing, so having a woman and then having a Black woman, I can be working on my lines, or I can just be in my own moment knowing that I'm okay. It's one less thing I have to worry about. And in a general sense, that's what it created. It was one less thing I had it's really almost making me emotional again thinking about it, because it's something that does not happen all the time. And yet it's an experience that our peers get to have all the time. It's like, oh, that's what that's like, to just be surrounded by people where you have a shorthand, and it just creates a sense of safety. You can worry about the work, and not have to think about everything and wonder, well, what does she mean by that? Why he say that? You know what I mean? It's just, it just gets me emotional thinking about it, man. It's sad that it has to be such a special experience, and yet I'm so thankful that Ramla fought so hard to make sure that that was the case.
As far as Lewis from a tech perspective, I think it's absolutely important, because I myself, McKinley, as a human being, experienced a lot, still do spend a lot of time in this tech space. And the more time I spend, the less of us I see. So I think it's important to actually, see a representation of that opportunity to be an executive, whether it be in software or tech, or whatever the case may be, because the opportunities are there. But the converse is that in the actual world, less and less people that look like us are following those pursuits. So I think just being able to have an opportunity where, in an opportunity in an imaginary world, to even have an opportunity to have an all Black cast and an imaginary point of view character type of a game, like that's still something that hasn't necessarily been done. So to be in a world like Reasonable Doubt, where Lewis, on one hand, has the ability to create worlds out of nothing, but can't figure out a way to tell his wife what's happening, it creates this kind of dichotomy where it's like, you do get to be in a position where there's an opportunity to be a representative of an underrepresented population in an occupation, but that doesn't keep you separate from the obligation of being a father, a husband, and all those things. So I think the world itself is so uniquely put together that I think the importance of being able to see people of color in executive positions, not only whether they have white bosses or Black bosses, but in a position to make impactful, powerful decisions, is important, because we live that reality every day, but not that we don't get to see it every day.
Well said. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.